Are they going to rob us from the frog scene? The chances are very slim, but not zero, and I'll tell you exactly why. When I first started watching this anime, I really thought that he was a grown ass man harassing his worker, a very young worker to be exact.
とりあえず中に入ろうか。
But after a few episodes, they revealed his real age, though the fact that he keep on messing with her still remains. Considering this anime is set in ancient China, these things can be easily overlooked. But I've noticed when animating the scene between Maomao and Jinshi, especially in the beginning, they were a bit mindful. For example, in the manga, there is this panel that shows him either kissing or biting her. She even explained in the novel that she felt something cold against her neck. But in the anime, they cut out that little part. This is a small thing, but it makes me wonder if they're trying to keep it decent. If they are, what will they do with the frog scene? If you're just an anime fan and still don't know about the frog, let me tell you about this scene between Jinshi and Maomao, which will surely be animated in the second season, and this is one of the most awaited scenes alongside Jinshi playing with the cat. It's from the chapter The Hunt, where Jinshi takes Maomao back from Gyokyo to accompany him to the trip to Shioko's province at Shishu's invitation, along with Gaoshun and Basen. When they reached there, he had to cover his face at the gathering, but soon stepped out to get some air, with Maomao following behind him as Gaoshun requested. She gives him something to drink to kill off the heat, but suddenly someone starts shooting at them. To escape, he jumps into the nearby waterfall, taking Maomao with him. However, she faints because she can't swim in a waterfall, and we see their second hyped up indirect kiss happen. Yes, I said second because I considered them drinking jasmine tea from the same cup as their first. Anyway, she wakes up and finds herself in a cave, completely drenched and hungry. They have a very professional scene together as Jinshi helped dry their clothes by squeezing the water out of them. After eating some snacks Maomao had kept, they thought about how to get out of there. He says they have to reach the opening of the cave, which is pretty high. So Jinshi suggests that Maomao climbs on his shoulders to get out first. Maomao agrees and decides to give it a try, even though it's slippery. She's already losing her balance when a frog suddenly jumps on top of her head, causing her to fall on top of Jinshi. And that's when it hits her. The realization that Jinshi is not actually a eunuch, since he have all his body parts intact. Knowing that fully functioning man is in the inner palace near the emperor's concubine, she realized she could get in big trouble with this information. So she goes on into full denial mode, claiming that it was a decent frog and nothing more. Jinshi tries to argue back, but Maomao wouldn't be Maomao if she wasn't so stubborn, and Jinshi wouldn't be Jinshi if he didn't react in the most dramatic way. He pins her down and she wonders if she had finally pushed all his buttons. But before anything happened, she hears the Haku's dog and whistle for him. They get out, got the man who shot them, and return safely. Back at their home, Jinshi apologizes for crossing the line and Maomao apologizes too, saying it doesn't matter who he is, he will always be Jinshi to her. He also gives her a gift, and you can guess what it was. The eggs bizarre that she wanted so badly. Jinshi begins to tell her the truth about him, but she opens the door, thanks him, closes the door again, and basically forgives and forgets. Then goes to lie on her bed and daydream about her precious gift. While Jinshi's secret about him being the member of Ka clan remains a secret. Those panels where they're both standing behind closed doors just do something to my heart. I can't explain how much I love them. As for the scene, it might not be considered harassment or anything, but it's not exactly a decent one either. So maybe, just maybe, they'll make some small changes to it. However, those changes can be good too. Like the headbutt scene in the last episode of the season. It wasn't that detailed in the manga, but the animators took their chance to tease us. I know it's normal for some changes to occur. A scene might be different in the light novel and slightly different in the manga. The same goes for the manga and the anime. Like the one with the former emperor and his mother, the scene was described in the novel as the old lady having a soft expression and she gently asks the former emperor to go back to his room after he loses his mind and gets scared of Jinshi's supposed mother. But in the manga, her expressions are blurred and even shows her anger or irritation. It makes sense for them to add this little change since no one really likes the former emperor. He was a loser who liked underage girls. So keeping that in mind, I guess they might change the frog scene a little. I'd honestly be happy with whatever they give us, as long as it's animated in the second season. That's it for now. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.
No, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change.